Introducing Crosstalk Modular from 10 Phantom Rooms, a fully loaded collection for Native Instruments Contact 8. This suite of inspiring sounds has been created from extensive modular gear recordings and hardware processing, resulting in complex and uniquely playable instruments. Explore sonic textures from authentic modular hardware and resampled acoustic instruments and voices, producing unheard and highly unusual combinations of timbres. Refine your sound with 7 macro controls and introduce motion with ABC morphing and crosstalk interplay, further enhanced with contacts, filters and effects. Full range presets include deep basses, fragile strings, lush atmospheres, distorted drones and so much more. Crosstalk Modular takes full advantage of NKS features, including audio previews, pre-assigned parameters, macros and other complementary controls. Fueling your creative vision, 10 Phantom Rooms delivers next-generation contact instruments crafted by pro sound designer Tobias Menguza and composer Paul Haslinger. This time they've collaborated with genre-defying ambient artist Robert Rich, bringing his decades of programming experience to the project. Across 2 studios, original sounds have been hand-manipulated through outboard gear and feedback, offering unique textures. Expect long samples showcasing drifting distortion, live filtering, and other varied techniques. These 12 gigabytes of completely new recordings are expertly crafted for maximum impact and expression, resulting in a complex synth instrument with real character. Modular is the second release in our Crosstalk series, taking the fundamentals of the previous Crosstalk piano engine and adding new effects and filters. Much of the sampled material has been captured at high resolution, 96 kHz, to maintain fidelity when played across the full range of 7 octaves, from C0 to C7. The best way to get a feel for Crosstalk Modular is by browsing over 220 snapshots and morphing through the A, B and C sound variations, usually tied to the mod wheel. These mix the 4 channel levels, panning, 7 macros and crosstalk interaction. The best of presets showcase a breadth of sound unique to Crosstalk Modular. Just for fun, each background image gives a flavour of classic equipment. Tonal categories include ambiances, atmospheres, organs, pads, and synth strings, all with 10 Phantom Rooms signature manipulation. Effects contain unique soundscapes and one-shot stings, simpler at variation A, and becoming much more complex when mixed through to variation C. The synth category contains many subsets, covering bells to choirs and everything in between. crosstalking presets are highly dynamic, with plenty of tempo-synced interplay between the sounds via the crosstalk page. More on that in a bit. You can see here how the different crosstalk channels are programmed. Bass drones, subs, longs and shorts aren't just confined to the lower range, play higher up for creative plucks and melodics. Let's look at the basics of Crosstalk Modular. Those that have tried other instruments from 10 Phantom Rooms should feel right at home with the browser, 4-channel mixing, edit, and FM transformation pages. Each snapshot is comprised of simultaneous sounds playing across 4 channels. Select a multi-sampled source sound for each channel by clicking the sound name and choosing from the browser via category and preset. A quick whiz through these. Basses and subs are analog and digital sounds with low-end emphasis. Cluster movements are derived from extreme movements of modular controls, twisted over time with many samples over 20 seconds in length. Deconstructed sounds feature plenty of resampling and overdrive hardware rack gear like preamps and compressors, but also vintage and modern stomp boxes. Fragile beauties sing with polished high-end reverb processing whilst maintaining their raw aesthetic. Noise structures are filter bank driven and voltage controlled for adding resynthesized noise to your creations. One-shots scream with stabbing intensity. Organic lifeforms glitch and evolve over time, with small movements of hardware modular recordings, while extensive real-time knob tweaking creates life. Pitch anomalies stray from perfect pitch with the vintage variation of classic valves. There's plenty of resynthesized material from real-life instruments and voices. Use the dice icons to pick a random sound for each channel, always chosen from the currently loaded category. Browse sounds with the arrows here, again in the same category. The A, B and C variations are 3 sub-presets of a sound. With blending capabilities between macro parameter assignments, click into each or use the mod wheel to blend. Instead of variation morphing, you can tie the mod wheel directly to one or more macro levels. To create a bespoke variation and save it, click on each channel's level and the state of the 7 macros here, including the crosstalk intensity. Then save by clicking here for A, B or C. Let's look at the crosstalk features in a bit more detail, where the amplitude levels of the 4 channels interact with one another. Access sequences for channels 2, 3 and 4 just here. With up to 128 steps per channel, the step sequencer here can be programmed to surgically shape the amplitude of playback, creating everything from bold trance gates to more subtle shuffling. Set up the number of steps, play direction and step speed. Draw step values in with your mouse, or use the presets here. A reminder that this programming is completely independent for the 3 channels. In addition, channels 2 to 4 can be activated as a ducking source for channel 1. Just check this box. This can give unique movement and interplay between the 4 channels. Intensity of the performance is linked to the crosstalk macro dial. And lots of presets use this as part of the A, B and C snapshots, creating plenty of movement across the channels. Drift mode applies an LFO to the pitch of specific channels, and it's linked to the drift macro to simulate oscillator drift. New to Crosstalk Modular is the cluster panel, an alternative way to get more granular control over pitch. Here you can set up each channel to be tuned away from its root pitch, either by dragging a channel slider or typing a value in cents. Some clever programming can result in simultaneous pitch rises and falls. The overall intensity is linked to the drift macro dial. Edit all frequency modulation parameters with the FM page. Select a channel here, and on the right-hand side set up pitch envelope evolutions with volume and filter attack and release mapped to the time macro. I'll concentrate on channel 3 by soloing it. Choose LFO source settings and destination. You can also activate key tracking, which will multiply frequency depending on where you play on the keyboard. As in this case for the oscillator modulation, which can be easily swapped out to amplitude or filter. This is a great chance to show off the 4 new filter types of Crosstalk Modular: Monark low pass and feedback, predefined settings from Moog hardware. Some of the presets make full use of this vintage filter modelling. Many functions have been expanded from Crosstalk Piano to twist sounds even further beyond their origins. Access a channel mixer with space send, echo send, and 2 user-defined insert effects per channel, some brand new to Crosstalk Modular. The Effects tab here has the options for each of these, with selectable channels just here and parameters below. Plenty of soundstage options include reverb and convolution modelling. Modern, analog and tape modelled delay. For a deeper dive into pages and parameters, check out the overview video for sister library Crosstalk Piano, explaining engine specifics. Crosstalk Modular is the perfect complement to 10 Phantom Rooms lineup, with all new sounds and expanded features. Deeply complex creations can be quickly built from scratch, or turn to the hundreds of expressive presets for inspiration. With an authentic modular flavour, the performances are immediately useful and remarkably adaptable, providing extensive options for real-time manipulation and in-depth tweaking. Explore the full possibilities via the audio demos at nativeinstruments.com, and thanks for watching.